Welcome, people, and thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Keepin It Lite. It has been about 2 weeks since we've done this, maybe even longer. I've actually lost count. But
Been 2 weeks.
I am Elle Harris, and this is
Rashad Harris.
And Rashad is getting on my nerves today. Let's start there.
I just walked in the house.
It has been getting on my nerves since he's walked in the house. However, we're going to move forward so that we can complete this taping for today. And so today we want to talk about something. It's a little bit off trend now, but we want to circle back to it and talk about Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey is a young woman who is the stepdaughter of Steve Harvey. And there's been a lot of talk, speculation, whatever, about her lifestyle and her, find the right transition from boyfriend to boyfriend. So we want to talk about that today. Is it important for her as a 24-year-old to have a life where she's not necessarily tied down to someone, where she's just dating? Like, does it matter how it looks to the public? We want to discuss all of that. So, let's start. I'm joking. History on the Harvey family. In 1992, Steve Harvey. And then you just have a picture of Marjorie, come in. And, all right, but seriously. So, as a man, what's your take on Lori Harvey? Just Lori Harvey as
a person,
individual.
She's a beautiful girl. I like the way that she moves, even though I don't feel like I've ever heard her speak a word in my life. I feel like she's the personification of what it means to act like a woman and think like a man. Is that think like a man, like a woman? The Steve Harvey book. So I feel like the way she moves is the way that when Steve Harvey wrote the book, or when Steve Harvey wrote the book, she's like the result that comes from that, from those teachings.
She's the prototype?
The prototype, yeah.
Okay.
So I actually appreciate the way she moves. Like, she's not into, like, from the outside looking in, she's not really she's not doing any talking. She just, kind of going from one situation to the next. But when you're like 23, 24, you're supposed to do that. I feel like she only gets flack because she keeps just hopping from one dude to the next, and she's young.
Is she hopping? Or is that what it looks like because the media portrays it that way? Could it have been serious, longer breaks, and the media just didn't know that the break started beforehand? Because I feel like what she's doing is natural. It's just like anybody else. If I broke up with a guy today, maybe in a month or two, I'm dating somebody new. And I feel like, there's this big thing around it, but I feel like it's only because she's in the public eye. Because I feel like she isn't doing anything different than what anyone else would do. So I don't like that people categorize it as hopping from one person to the next, because I don't think that's what she's necessarily doing. She's just being She's dating. Young and dating. She's young and dating.
So let me ask you this. What has been the chatter amongst the women's circle, women's business, when it comes down to Lori Harvey?
Well, okay. So for most women that I know, they're just like, I worship you, Lori Harvey. Like, you're living your life. Go out here, do it. Like, guys have been doing this type of stuff for years. Mm-hmm. Like, live your life. Yeah. And she and the people that she's dated haven't necessarily been like C or D list celebrities. Yeah. So that's the other thing too. And I think what makes it look good is like most of the guys that she's dated have been guys that have either dogged women, only dated certain types of women, and it's like she's been able to come in and like hypnotize them. And I think that's what makes them Like, that's what makes women like, yes, because you were able to get that dog Future. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. So the guys that have always had relationship issues, she's been able to be like, not really a sweat for me. Like, you know, it is what it is. So I think that's the beauty. So there's that side. Then I feel like there's this, I've only heard this from women who I would categorize as hypocrites. That's what I'm gonna categorize them as.
Okay.
Women who have, at one point in their life, been, you know, promiscuous,
Hoochies.
Some may call. Hoochies, some may call. Not realize, now they're like, oh, she's a hoe. She's just going from one man to the next. Like, you know, she just running miles up on her and stuff like that. But I don't think that's fair. First of all, it's not fair because how do you know she's having sex with all of these guys? Let's start there. You don't know that. So that's not fair to say she's doing that. Mm-hmm. Second of all, we all have our own journey of how we like move through the dating scene. So I don't think it's fair to say like, to categorize her as a hoe or, you know, especially when you have been in that situation before yourself. Like, you've been categorized as that. And it may not have been that for you. Right. But that's just what people had categorized it as. So I don't like that. I don't like that. And especially it comes from who? Most Christian women. Okay. So that bothers me. So
let me ask you this. This is probably something we can get to later on. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like the same people who are calling her a hoe, calling her promiscuous, calling her all these things, are the same people that said the same thing about Kim Kardashian?
What have people said about Kim Kardashian? I don't
like
really
that
know.
She's a hoe, she's a jump off, she's a freak, all this type of stuff.
I think their stories are totally different.
Not really.
It is.
And the reason I say that, because people said that about Kim because she was with, you know, Kanye, and she was with the dude that she was married before, then she was with Ray J. So the word on the street
is that... It's not that. It's the sex tape. That's what people said about Kim. Because they feel like her family got rich off of a sex tape. Lori didn't get rich off of a sex tape.
But people were saying that she's a hoe because she had ran through all these dudes.
Kim Kardashian?
Yes.
Okay, but
in actuality, we only know maybe 4, maybe 5 guys that she's been with.
I agree to that part. However, I see where people get the foundation of Kim Kardashian. The foundation is her family became billionaires, some of them, from her having a sex tape with Ray J. We didn't know anything about her until that sex tape.
Okay.
So if that's the foundation of who you are, that's how people know you and they associate you. So anything, as innocent as her, because when she married homeboy for like 20 days, he was not a good guy. He was horrible. So I could see why she divorced him.
Yeah.
So, you know, things like that. But the foundation was totally different then. So I don't see they don't equate to me.
But I'm just saying, do you feel like the same people that said that about Kim Kardashian are the same people that's saying this about Lori Harvey?
Probably so. I think I've never really had conversations about Kim Kardashian
I've heard many people say,
yeah. I've never had a conversation about her being...
Yeah, people would trash them to death. And I'm like, yo, they really did nothing. They do put out a sex tape. They just know how to capitalize off of it. The title for this, by the way, is Lori Harvey the new Kim Kardashian?
No, that is not the title. Do not do that to her.
It's clickbait. It'll work. Go ahead. So continue.
And she's not the new Kim Kardashian. I just want to put that out there.
Continue.
No comparison. None whatsoever.
Are you saying that?
Yes, I am saying she's better than Kim Kardashian. Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
That's just my own personal take. I do feel like Kim Kardashian is an opportunist. That's also my own personal take.
But isn't Lori Harvey an opportunist as well?
How?
Because the way she moves, she doesn't have to move that way. And I say that to say, like, she doesn't say nothing. Mm-hmm. She doesn't put nothing out. She doesn't, like, do interviews. She doesn't do on, like, the gossip site. She's not on any of that. But and this is a big but, the way she puts out her social media posts is for a reason.
What reason is that?
To get clout.
Is it? Because she models too?
No. Not talking about those. I'm talking about the stuff like the Michael B. Jordan stuff where she has a video and she's looking like devilishly into the camera. Like those type of videos, she doesn't have to put that out. Or the photos when she's on vacation with her girls, but then has a whole separate photo shoot with Future.
So why can't she? That's her boyfriend. Why can't she do that?
Is it her boyfriend? You just said we don't know nothing about her. But also.
I said, is she sleeping with him? That was the difference.
But also.
That was her boyfriend.
But also. If she's quiet about everything else, why wouldn't she be quiet about the posts that she makes that are about these guys?
Why does she need to be? Why does she have to have a certain... I think that's what has happened with the world. We have gotten so into branding and marketing certain things. Why can't she do what the heck she wants to do on her social media?
No, you can. But at the same time, we also have to think about what things are done for attention.
That's your perception.
That's the world. People do things for attention.
Okay, but she may not be doing it for attention. She just may be doing it because that's just what she felt like doing in the moment. Why does it have to be so, everything has to have an intent behind it?
Because
now,
people have intentions.
Now, probably her, her more, structured or posts, pictures, all of those things, they have intent. Because, she's, I guess, an influencer, model, whatever. But...
So, all right, not to cut you off, but to cut you off. So... when people don't know anything about her new relationship, and she's like, you know what? I'm going to post this video. You don't think she thought about that
But
one
with
bit?
the Michael B. Jordan, she didn't put that out first. TMZ did.
She posted a photo. I saw the photo.
Yes, she has, but TMZ put it out first. Because they were saying that she was out. So why not change the narrative and make your own narrative? Once somebody has already outed you in a relationship, then you can post your stuff because...
They posted a photo of them like walking somewhere.
Coming off of a plane.
It wasn't like them hugged up. You could have said anything about that.
They were coming off a plane together.
Right. You could have said we just happened to get on the same flight, or we happen to be whatever. But when you post it, it's like, okay, now this is my rollout. I'm just saying there's intention behind things.
Okay. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. So, do you feel like women should follow in those footsteps?
1,000%.
And why is that?
Because first, I like to think of just moving in silence. I feel like that's always going to hold a special place in my heart. Just by, you ain't got to publicize everything. You ain't got to post photos with emojis over the guy's face. You ain't got to post to do watch. You ain't got to do all that. Just, if you out here single, then be single. Like, date this guy for a little bit. That don't work out, go to the next guy. Go to the next guy.
So
go to the next guy's father. Go do whatever you want to do.
That was shade, but
I won't say that she did that.
Whatever. But so you're saying that if we, as women, we should not post the guys that we're dating.
Unless it's serious.
So what constituted being serious enough to post them?
Like y'all are actually in a relationship.
So, and what constitutes? Because this is the reason why I'm asking is because I feel like some people are actually in a relationship, but they're not able to post their boyfriends.
And that's a completely different topic altogether. I feel like anybody, if you're not in a relationship, you probably shouldn't be posting the person that you're with, unless you're doing it for a strategic reason.
But why, as a normal, everyday citizen, would you be posting someone for a strategic reason?
Because you get more bait when you got something already on your hook.
I agree to that, but I think that, I guess I could kind of see it.
Go ahead and jot that down, put it in your notes.
I guess I could see it both ways. Yes, people can, if you're just like dating, because I've seen people like have whole relationships though for like a month-long relationship, posting, we going out, we doing this. 2 weeks pass and then a whole new guy with the same.
That's a completely different topic, but we can hop into that because that's kind of sick in itself.
Why do you think it's sick? I think everybody wants. If you're already a person who likes the attention that social media brings you, you want to have that attention of being a power couple.
Right. Like, that's the part that makes it sick.
Yeah, because in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I'm only me. I feel like anybody who says that they're a power couple you are not a power couple. You can't deem yourself a power couple and being a power couple. Right. That has to be something that's given to you from the outside.
Yeah.
Like real power couples don't be walking around like we're a power couple.
Right.
Never heard Obama or Michelle say that.
They might say that at the house.
They might.
But the whole Instagram cycle of dating is a sick cycle. Mm-hmm. So when I say the cycle of dating, I mean as far as like, all right, this is the cycle.
Okay.
The cycle is we're going back from like single. Single is you out with your girls, you partying at the club, you doing like having all these wild adventures. Mm-hmm. You and your girls, y'all out taking trips, y'all out doing X, Y, and Z. You in Cabo, you in Aruba, you all these different places with your girls. Then those images start to slow down. And then it's mysterious photos on dates.
What's an example of a mysterious
You just see the
date?
watch. You just see somebody's hand just like this. While you got your salmon right there.
You see the Italian swine watch.
Yeah. Or, it's an image that shows people that you out somewhere, but it's not showing who you out with. Or it's the classic photo where it's a photo of two people together, but the guy's face has an emoji over it.
I've never seen that.
I've definitely seen it. It's the stupidest thing ever. So it's that. And then it goes to, you know what, y'all, I'm going to show y'all my bed or whatever. And then he just randomly starts to appear in different photos and videos in the background. And then from there, it's like, all right, we together, we having photo shoots, we living life, we doing X, Y, and Z. And then, dun, 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 you don't see no post for like a month. And then you just see, I had to start finding myself, I had to start doing things for me and stuff like that. And then it becomes the revenge photo shoot.
Okay.
Where you're dressing in something skimpy, and then it's the, I'm pretty much the back on the market photo shoot. And then the cycle continues. And don't let y'all actually get married. And then the end of that cycle is, I'm going to go on Facebook and change my last name to my middle name. And then I'm going to just start dating, and y'all ain't even going to know nothing about it.
I changed, when I first started Instagram, my first name and my middle name was up there. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't because I really like my middle name, and I feel like it's not used enough.
But no, on Facebook though, when you have your first name and your married last name, but then you switch out that last name, put your middle name, you're going through a divorce.
Thanks.
Or you hide it from people that you work with. But more times than likely, you're going through a divorce.
Do you feel like Lori Harvey has been through that cycle, though?
Yeah.
So you feel like she's the prototype for that cycle?
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely does that. She has the popping photos. When she finished, sucking the soul out of Michael B. Jordan, she gonna come out with like a bomb photo, and people like, oh snap! And then she gonna be like, I'm single again, and he not gonna be in nothing else.
So he gonna be washed after this?
No, I mean as far as what she does.
Oh. So then
that's my whole breakdown.
If you're saying that, then you're trying to say that Lori Harvey's process is sick. Sure. When at first you said she's the GOAT. So is she the GOAT or is she sick?
She can be a sick GOAT.
No. You can't be the greatest and sick at the same time.
Michael Jordan was sick.
But
Michael Jordan was sick.
She was great. She's great because of this process that she's created.
I don't think she's created it. I think she's just the spokesperson for it right now.
Then what you're saying makes no sense.
What?
Because you're saying every woman should follow this prototype. So you're saying every woman should be sick.
No, I think that no. The cycle has been around since Instagram has been around. I feel like the way she moves within the cycle, as far as like not saying anything at all, just kind of going from guy to guy, living her best life. I feel like women who are single, especially
she's not going from guy to guy, she's dating. Let's make sure we say those words. She's not going from guy to guy.
Okay, well, the way that she's dating, I feel like more women should kind of take that route instead of wanting to be a power couple, wanting to have, YouTube pages and all this type of stuff. If you're dating, then just kind of, date around.
Okay, so
I actually feel like anybody, not just making a female thing, I feel like guys should do that too. Like, I feel like most guys actually move that way.
They're just not honest about it.
Yeah, I'll say that.
That's sickening. And that's why the girls can't post them. I actually knew a girl who was dating somebody for a while, and she kept like saying like little hints to let people know she was dating. Then I remember her posting a picture of him, like it was a video or something. He was in the background, and she had her phone, and he pushed the phone, and they weren't together after that.
He got a little. She was on the side.
So embarrassing.
She was a little side dish.
So embarrassing. But I do feel like, not to jump too way off, but this is my own personal opinion. I don't know any guy, and I haven't dated a lot of guys in the social media era either, so that may be what it is. But I've never been in a situation where I had to keep my relationship private unless there was me and somebody else in a relationship with the same person.
Mm.
Like, I don't understand why a guy who really rocks with you and really likes you would not want to be, like, I don't believe in the whole, I'm low-key, I don't want to be seen.
Yeah.
I feel like guys who really want you, who really want to say you are mine, they're going to want to take a picture because they're going to want people to know, like, this is my girl. Like, I just don't believe in that whole, I don't want to be seen, I'm low-key.
I feel like this could go a lot of different places. I know when I had my single heyday for a year and a half, I never lived that way just because I was dating multiple chicks. Mm-hmm. But it really didn't matter to me. Like, the way I lived is like, all right, if I'm dating you, we hanging out like hard, but I'm also, spending time with, other women. It's just like, you could post a photo, but like, if somebody has something to say, then I can always just say I'm single. I'm not deceiving anybody.
Yeah.
And me, I never had the conversation like, make sure that you're only dating me. No. If you say that you're single, then it don't really matter who else you're dating.
But when you move as a single person, like when you move in that arena, like even I don't know how Lori Harvey does it, but I would say if you're moving as a single person, you move as a single person, like you don't spend too much time with one person. There's not just one person that's showing up on your feed or,
When you're single?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it can be that way though.
When you're dating?
Yeah.
You're just highlighting one person, but you're dating multiple people.
No, I mean, not as far as like highlighting, like, posting them or anything. But
that's what I'm saying. You're only posting one. You may be dating 3 girls, but you're only posting one.
No. You shouldn't post anybody until you actually, like I said before, you're in a relationship. But there's a chance that you could be spending a lot of time with this one person, but you're also spending time, percentages of time with other women or other people. So.
But it's just like a ranking of the order.
Yeah.
In which the women that you date.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Every person brings something different to the table. Yeah. Out of all of them, you have your one person.
You have to date several people to create one?
Yeah.
I understand. I've been there before.
Yeah.
But I guess I just feel like it's interesting to me the whole I don't want to be seen. Because I feel like, just my thought, I feel like when Lori Harvey dates, the guys be like, so when you gonna post me?
Because she has value.
I
So make their
So how
stock
do
go up
women?
because.
So how do women get value so that they will be able to get those same like? I need you to go ahead and post.
Oh, that's gonna be a long conversation.
No, we're almost finished. How do women bring their value to the table? How do they become? I don't want to say become the Lori Harveys, but how do they get value where men want to be known as their man? Like, forget I want you to claim me as your woman. I want you to claim me as your man.
Okay. I feel like this goes back to a conversation that we used to have all the time where I used to say, guys will date somebody that they used to have a crush on in high school, even when she's falling off because she has value. She has the...
She had value then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it carries over. So you can always, even if she doesn't look the same, guys can go back like, you know what? You remember such and such from high school? I'm with her now. And like, the people are like, oh, okay, that's dope. Because they thinking of how she used to be, even though she might have gained 200 pounds. So the question was, how can somebody gain value?
You have to be born into it.
No. You have to seem like you are worth something.
You
Like,
have to have self-worth.
you have to have self-worth. You have to put yourself on a pedestal.
Okay.
But then you also have to look like something of value. You have to look like something of value. So not only do you you have to put yourself like you deserve these particular things, but you also have to be somebody that looks like they're fun. Your perception has to be on point. Like, you have to look like you're fun. You have to look like, you carry yourself well. You have to look like you value the way you look and stuff like that.
You're not just all hookah and doing the busted challenge.
Right. So I'm trying to think of like women who I know now who might be single, but their value might be high. And to me, it's just that, they just carry themselves a certain way.
I was thinking of some people. I'm not going to name nobody on camera.
Okay.
But yeah,
they just carry themselves a certain way. They look like they're having fun with their life.
And the number one key, is they don't feel like they need a guy.
Yeah, you can.
Like, when you talk to guys, like, I mean, you hear or not, I'm still moving on. When you don't make them feel wanted, they want you more.
Right.
And it sounds like a game,
but it's not.
But I think it's not a game. It's not. It's like a true feeling. You can't just be like playing like you don't want him. It's true. Like, you're cool. Yeah. We have a good relationship, but I got my stuff going on. So even if you left, even if you moved on, I'm gonna be great.
Right.
And I think once you get to that realization, that's when it's like, oh.
Yeah, because once a guy know that you're pressed, it's like run over city. Like, like it's easy after that. Like, 'cause you could do anything, she's still gonna be here. But if you with a woman that you feel like, yo, I can't mess this up, or if I do anything wrong, I'm out of here, because she has a line waiting.
Exactly, she has a line. Because I think about the whole Meek Mill's Lori on my wish list.
Yeah,
he probably didn't even care if she ain't like be with him forever. It was just like the idea of being able to be in her presence,
right? Even
for one date. I think that is what women need to aspire to.
Yeah.
Like, even if I don't get to marry her, at least I was able to take her out and spend like 30 minutes of my time with her.
And guys are sick. They want to be in company of other popping guys, which is a sick thing. But I can say I understand it, but I see it. But back to value, since we can wrap it up on this. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people I know who are single, but they don't have the social capital, social value to really say, you know what, I want a guy. Because you're not really positioning yourself in a way that guys, when they see you, be like, oh, I got to get out there. Or she carries herself this way. I know I got to do that. If you don't carry yourself like, like you're somebody, then guys aren't going to treat you like you're somebody.
Because if you're just showing your butt in every picture in your bathing suit, even though we've been in Corona pandemic for freaking almost going on the second year, but you always got a bathing suit picture.
Right.
I would assume, I'm just me, I'm a girl. But if I was a guy, I'd just be like, oh, I probably could hit that.
Or if you're somebody who's on social media and your life looks boring and whack, like if you look miserable, people aren't gonna pay any attention to you. Or you're not taking care of yourself. Like if you're not going to the gym, you're not, making sure, your hair is done, or, you look crazy every time people see you. Or, any of those things, and you don't look fun, people are like, oh.
Does everybody really want a fun girl? Because everybody's not fun. People are boring.
I think people want somebody that looks fun.
I have some boring friends. So, I can't say.
Are they single?
No, they have one of them has a boyfriend. She's boring.
No. If it's... Never mind. But yeah, I feel like you have to have that value, like, have yourself look a certain way, play the part, act like you don't need somebody. And then your value will go up. Once you... Like, I know women who don't do any of those things, and it's a struggle for them trying to find a guy. Because you're not positioning yourself. With social media, you can run into anybody. But if you look whack and boring and trash on social media,
dang,
then your value is low. Your social capital is rock bottom.
And last thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you do have some good photos on social media, try your best to look that way in real life.
Yeah, live the brand.
Live the brand. Live the brand. You should write that down. Live the brand.
Yeah.
So, any last words?
Lori Harvey is the new Kim Kardashian. Show your value. Protect your value. And women, if you're single and looking for a guy, find the guy that used to like you in like high school or college. He probably still likes you.
I agree to some of that, most of it, except for the Kim Kardashian part. She is not. Lori Harvey is the new Lori Harvey. Let's stop naming people other people. Give that girl her roses.
Why you rebutting my thoughts? Just have your own thoughts.
Oh, sorry. Lori Harvey is the new Lori Harvey. And
It's still a rebuttal.
I am very proud of who Lori Harvey is. And
Can you give your own
I just
thoughts?
want people to understand that there are a lot of good things you can take away from her. Let's not call her a hoe because we don't know what her life is like with these people. That
you
girl
don't know her
is
box count.
She is dating, living her life, having fun, taking pictures, looking beautiful, and guys are waiting for their chance. Mm-hmm. So I would say take something from that. You don't have to sleep with every guy that wants to be in your presence. Just be able to live your brand and don't seem thirsty. Those are my last words. So thank you for joining us this week. And what are the 3 things you say at the end? Something about staying Rona free. Stay Rona free.
You got it. Go ahead.
What's the other one?
Go ahead. You got it. Wrap it up.
What's the other ones?
Go ahead.
Have a good night. I don't know the other ones, but stay Rona free.